Chicken police. Let me get that pulled up here. There it is. Chicken police. Paint it red. I love it. I'm into it. Oh yeah, we got to change the hashtag game if someone wants to set that. Now I'm wondering if we should start it from the beginning. Because we could definitely start it from the beginning and get back to where we were not to, like, pretty easily. What type of headphones am I using? I use the Bose Quiet Comfort headphones. I remember what we did. Hey, it's me, the nerd that does your homework for you so you can go to the cool kids party. Sincerely, I got a guy who does my YouTube. Jesus Christ. I've said your name so many times, Scott. I changed it up once and you get all fucking butthurt about it. That's it. You're fired. You're fucking fired. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, you're rehired. I was joking. We're all joking here. Everybody's joking. All right, we're gonna start from the beginning. Because I want to.
I ran out to get a pack of cigarettes, but I left my wallet at home. Yeah, that's me. I'm getting old. My name is Sonny Featherland, an investigator for 20 years, and once the star of the predatory division of the Clawville Police Department, one half of the legendary Chicken Police. But buying a pack of smokes is more than I can handle right now. Maybe I should just lay low. Yeah, I'll do that. The most colorful place in the wilderness. For all the gods, what bullshit. The last clucking color left this city years ago. And slowly I'll turn gray too.
God damn it. God damn, I love this. Look at that. That's a
nice cock.
You're right.
Still, what do I expect? We're living in a vast experiment and don't even notice that everything got clucked up a long time ago. We believe in this wonderland of peaceful coexistence. Wolves and sheep, chickens and hounds. Yeah, sure. Why not? It's just ridiculous. The dog eats the chicken. It's in our nature. I'm not propping up the illusion anymore. 121 days.
Volume okay? Volume level's good?
Retirement. What could possibly go wrong?
I just love, like, every time something like,
crap.
Oh shit, whoops.
My office lock is a piece of shit if a dame can pick it. She stood in the darkness, the light painted stripes on her body. It whispered secret little things that were never there in the first place. But she was no zebra. Reality was just a light switch away.
No zebra.
Elizabeth or Charlotte. I was sure she'd have a sophisticated sounding name. She had a bygone look in her eyes, older than this ancient building, and perhaps the whole city itself.
Okay.
Or maybe I'm just drunk. But she was the first womanly thing in my place for a long time, so I had to give her a chance.
I like that anything like this is like, oh, so this is basically the last blank anthropomorphic story, but newer? Yes, it is. I wonder if they said that like immediately after things like Animal Farm like came out. It was like, oh, so this is like Animal Farm? Exactly like it. Yes, that's exactly right. Hitcher, thank you for the 8 months. Oh my God, I missed so many people while I was in the headset. I hope you guys forgive me. I think there we go. I can catch up here. I can thank the people. Moosador the Duck with 21. Kurz1, thank you for 39. Jedi Mama with 24. You made your gold badge. Gold badge for Jedi Mama. Chronicle, thank you for 30. Bob the Dinosaur with 4. Cora Gill with 42. It's Lindsay with 17. El Macho Muchacho with 45. Hicks206 gifting a sub to In Exile Entertainment. Mr. Peril with 15 months. Rambatan with 11. Johnny Scar gifting a sub to Bros Fishing Bros. Congratulations on getting your name back. Kel Rag, 28 months. Scotty Rippin with 3 years.
God damn!
Hell yeah. Stampa Sammy with 17. Robo Blake with 65 years. You got 5 years, not 65 years. 60 months, 5 years. Bitch alert, no. There it is. That's the one I wanted. I don't know why I have the bitch alert thrown in with all my good ones. I've got like an air horn, goddamn, like a boss, and then I have bitch alert in there. I don't know why. I gotta change that. And then the Mr. Scott Evans with 86 months. Jay Lang with 300 bits and Hitcher with 8. Appreciate you guys so very much. You missed my $10 million tip. Gotta show that b-hole. Well, not if I miss it. Okay. Here we go. So first things first, we're gonna look around our office.
I don't see colors anymore. Only emptiness. Everything faded. I need another drink. Books I'm never gonna read. Maybe nobody ever has.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the key is. Whatever's inside is gonna stay there forever.
Yeah, we started over.
The Wild Gentlemen. Those guys rebuilt the city after the Great Fire of 867. My heroes when I was a little chick. I'm starting to think they should have left Clawville as it was, burned to the ground. We used to be star cops a few years ago. Tabloid press, radio interviews, and even a book series. I don't miss those days. Of course, Marty, my old partner, would disagree. He just loved the spotlight. This is one of the most beautiful memories from my old life, before Molly left me and took our daughter.
I love it. I am in love with this game, seriously.
M.B. Davis,
He's
the eternal
squirrel.
king of jazz. The photo is from the days of jazz prohibition. I only heard the old man live one time, but I'll never forget that night. And not only because I woke up at the harbor without my gun, my badge, and my pants. The good things in life don't last long. The best ones always leave first. I saw that in the window of a shoe store. I never understood it, or what it had to do with shoes. I promised myself I'd write a novel one day. She doesn't seem so dangerous that I need to grab my gun, but you never know.
Oh, wow. Okay, so there's a different dialogue if you grab the gun before or after, I think, you talk to her.
My last cigarette. You're lucky I don't have a light, pal. My wallet and my badge. The wallet is real. The badge ain't. Chief Bloodboil took mine, so I got this one out of a pack of cornflakes, just in case.
Yeah, if you guys are wondering, I did play this on Indie Sunday for a couple of hours. I'm actually starting over at the very beginning. However, it won't take me that long to get back to the place I was because there was a lot of figuring shit out, fucking around, talking about it, how great it is, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just gonna do all of the stuff and then, I mean, it shouldn't take more than, I don't know, 20 minutes to get back to where we were.
Behind that door lies the kingdom of dirty clothes, cigarette butts, and empty bottles.
There's my gun and my, all my stuff. Okay. Oh, it'll do that tutorial in just a second.
I wanted to travel the world when I was a kid, but I think I'm gonna end up dead in here whether I like it or not.
All right, I think we're good. Old paper.
I don't even know what these papers are.
I forgot about that. Like, this ain't even my desk. I don't know what there's fucking papers everywhere. I don't even know what they are. I can look at the phone. I already tried dialing 867-5309. It's only, oh, by the way, yes, I do. I still have the numbers, the 3 numbers that I got from last time, so I don't have to write those down again. But the numbers are only six digits long in this game, so take a look.
Who is this dame anyway? And what the cluck is she doing in my apartment on New Year's Eve?
What the cluck indeed?
Let me introduce myself. My name is Deborah, Miss Deborah Ibanez.
You're mistaken, ma'am.
Oh, really? Please enlighten me, Mr. Featherland.
I'm not a private eye. I'd recommend Mr. Philmar Lowe instead of me. He's a nice guy.
Believe me, Mr. Featherland, it's not an accident I came to you.
Look, miss, I work for the police, and I'm currently on leave. I couldn't accept private commissions even if I wanted to. Not even from a classy dame like you.
Am I that easy to read?
That's my job. But tell me, since you've invited yourself in, would you like a drink?
I don't usually drink.
Well, I've got to have one, and it'd be rude of me to drink alone. So, maybe some sherry?
If you insist. But bourbon, please.
Huh. Thank the wild ones. That's all I have.
What a coincidence.
So come on, spill it from the beginning.
All right, here we go. Dude, Gravy George, good call on that. This game makes me long to those Star Trek TNG episodes with Dix and Hill, yeah. Hey, Dix! There's some broad out here to meet you, Dix. Ivor, 1232, thank you for the 5 months. Welcome back. All right, so we've got clues now. We look at there and we go, she runs errands for her employer, a sophisticated lady, but I don't think she's from a particularly wealthy or influential family. Deborah Ibanez, female, pretty and fragile, nothing too special. Hotel Atlas, this used to be a nice place. Now we're competing who gets swallowed by decay first. The hotel's winning, but honestly, I'm not that far behind. The Chicken Police is a famous detective duo, Santino Sonny Featherland and Marty McChicken, gained fame through a case the press called the Bloody New Year's Eve. They flew high for almost 10 years when a fateful brawl put an end to their legend. There's a series of novels about them by Meredith H. Marble. They had published 10 books over the course of 7 years before the series faded out of public interest, as did the Chicken Police itself. The city of Clawville has been an independent city-state for more than 900 years. During the city's foundation, 4 nations had joined forces, represented by the 4 animal figures and the 4 hands on the crest of Clawville. In reality, the tribal alliance of the reptiles and the great insect clans had also played an essential part in the city's founding, but they never got to be represented on the crest. This gave birth to a political and cultural antagonism between the species. Clawville preserved its political autonomy and the dream that it's the only state in the wilderness where predator and prey of any race can live in peace. Hence the name, the City of 1,000 Colors. The Wild Ones are 3 gods revered in most places across the wilderness. They're the great Wild Ones who make up the holy trinity of creation, destruction, and silence. Haridi is the goddess of creation. Tapti is the lord of destruction. And Kvatiti is the genderless ghost of silence and nothingness, keeping the balance between creation and destruction in their never-ending conflict. Alright. I thought that was important, but important enough to read. Gives a nice backstory. Yo, Beninator, tier 2, 11 months. Love you, big bearded man. Keep it up. Thank you. I love you too. I appreciate you.
Legs that go on for days. Deep, dark eyes. Silky skin and voice. You're in big trouble, pal. That's better. Now, if I understand correctly, your mistress is receiving threats. What kind of threats exactly?
It's a very strange matter. First, there were letters. Then it came printed on a wine bottle's label, sent as a gift. Then carved into a brick, thrown through the window. And finally, they painted it on the wall of the house in giant red letters.
Okay, I turned off auto go for just a second. Where I say, rock your socks. Dat rack doe. I get it. Doe. Because deer, female deer. All puns. All puns, good, bad, ugly, while I'm playing this game, are totally allowed. I will not time anybody out for making puns. I will not time anybody out for making puns. Just to let you know. Okay. Oh, next.
I think it's time to dig a little deeper. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some routine questions.
Please, that's why I'm here.
No, I will inform my mods. I will inform my mods to go easier than you would normally go. Okay? Because it's bound to happen. Just go easier. Unless they are really, really bad, let them fly. Let them go. Oh, and the Purple King. Oh, man. She just got her sword back and you're taking it away. Goodbye. Bong. Rock your socks, get in the shit box from Purple King. Well. You spend your points. You take your chances. I'm not saying she's one for revenge, but she's one for revenge. The victim, a lady, is the target of some strange threats. All of them are written.
So, this is the part where the interrogation comes, like in those detective movies.
Something like that, Deborah. Yes.
Okay, so I guess we don't have to go through the tutorial of the interrogation, since we've already done it once. Oh, maybe we do. There we go. Focus on what you know. Is he or she suspicious? He is suspicious. I am suspicious. Why are you suspicious? Gather impressions from the suspect. Every impression adds a new question line. Impressions. Suspicious. So many options. Detective meter is your best friend. It shows how well the questioning is going. Keep it on the positive side, okay? Blah, blah, blah. I like that. Plus 100.
I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage. But I must be careful about what I say to her, or I could scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
All right. So we're starting off. I must be cautious and smart. This dame seems shy, which I can use to my advantage, but I must be careful about what I say to her or I can scare her off. Let's start gently, and when the time comes, we can go in hard.
Who exactly are you, ma'am?
I'm not somebody important, Mr. Featherland.
You're important enough to deal with such a delicate matter, right?
I carry out the wishes of my employer, nothing more. This means simple paperwork, most of the time.
You've been thrown into deep water, sweetheart. Tell me, can you even swim?
Believe me, this is just as unpleasant for me as it is for you, if not even more.
All right. My impressions, shy and doubtful. So. Let's see. You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right? I'm not sure like which one would be better for a shy and doubtful person. I'm guessing it's tell me which part of the city do you live in. But I tried that last time and I didn't get very far. Let's see. I'll try this.
You're not very confident. Are you sure you're all right?
Yes. Excuse me. I'm just a bit nervous. I've never done anything like this before.
Breaking into the apartments of strangers isn't that big a deal. Some people do it as a hobby.
Please don't make fun of me, Mr.
Oh
Featherman.
no!
This is hard for me.
I didn't know I was gonna make fun of her!
You're right. Sorry.
Did I get a negative? Fuck, I got a negative for that. All right, did you come alone all by yourself?
Did you come alone? All by yourself?
I took the subway, then the tram, and then I walked. It wasn't easy to find this place, and to be honest, I had to be discreet.
Yeah, well, I think I'm starting to get the picture.
This is quite unpleasant
I love it.
for me.
Welcome back. Welcome back, Rock Your Socks. And goodbye again. Out you go. Another one. That one's the courtesy of He-Mance. Excellent. All right, Takai, what up? 57 months. Stop making fun of her long face. Yeah, why the long face? All right, so that was a good question. So she's shy and doubtful. Maybe I ask her, why'd you come and visit me? Why not your employer herself?
Why did you come to visit me?
Yeah.
Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko. She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, by the way. We're finally getting somewhere. We avoided the point long enough.
Okay.
Deborah's hiding something, no question. Let's focus on that.
Do I get... Yeah, bonus meter plus 20. All right. So, quick question. It seems like everybody in the game has like a reference to their animal in their name, except for Deborah Ibanez. Is Ibanez like a... I know it's a company that makes guitars, but is an Ibanez an animal? I know an Ibex is. Yeah, I know that, but that's not close enough, I don't think. Ibanez just means Juan. Didn't she say that's not her real name? Oh, maybe that isn't her real name. I don't think it would be Ibex. It's not obvious enough to be Ibex. Oblivious to me, thank you for 23 months. Welcome back, and also thank you for your continued generosity. Maybe it's not her real name. Yeah, Dearborough, right? I know. Okay. We gotta focus on that. Okay, she's hiding something. So what did you expect by coming here to meet me? No, something that she's hiding. I think this is the question that asked. Okay, I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me? Or no, what exactly did you expect? That's a tough one, man. I'm gonna do this.
What exactly did you expect by coming here to meet me?
I expected your help, just like my mistress said.
Oh, that's very nice. But have you seen this neighborhood? Have you seen this wreck called a hotel? Who were you hoping to find in a place like this?
Someone reliable
Well, I am reliable.
and discreet
Cut the crap,
That's
lady!
right.
and thorough
No question about that.
What are you
and
hiding?
has a heart of gold.
Okay, let's stop it right there.
Oh, yeah, that was a +5. So not the best answer. All right. She's hiding something. Are
you in some
Yeah.
sort of jam?
Yeah.
Nothing of the sort. There are simply things better left unsaid.
Then you're wasting my time.
Yeah, tell her!
I trust your instincts. You'll manage it.
Yeah. And I have no other choice, right?
To be honest, no, Mr. Featherland, not really.
Why? Oh, that was a good question. Do you think this whole don't you think this whole thing is a little suspicious?
Don't you think this whole thing
Yeah.
is a little suspicious?
Look, Santino, I'll explain everything.
I
Yeah!
have no doubt about that. You look just the type, sweetheart.
The right choices.
No offense.
I'll take that as a compliment. Or maybe I'll act like I haven't heard it.
You see, we're starting to understand each other.
Oh, that's a good one. +15 on that. Yeah. Yeah, if you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
If you won't come clean, what's the point of all this?
I think that's a good
But,
one.
Mr. Featherland,
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm way too old for this game.
please, just think again. For me and my mistress's sake.
Whoa, -40? Fuck. Damn it, that was the worst one.
Tell me, Deborah,
Shit.
why should I believe you at all?
Because my mistress trusts you.
Should that be enough?
If you really like what she thinks you are, then yes.
Damn, what can I say to that?
Look, I didn't mean to back you up against the wall.
You have a way with words, sweetheart. Did you ever want to be a cop?
No, not for the world.
Heh, smart answer. Be honest and tell me what you're so afraid of.
I did choose it last
You
time,
know,
Phantom Ginger.
Mr. Featherland,
I
my
forgot
mistress's partner
That I chose,
is
I did the
Hobart
same thing. I chose
Wessler,
both of them.
Or as most people know him,
Ibn Wessler.
Ibn.
The Kingpin.
exactly.
Feathery
Ibn.
gods, help me.
So you get it now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
Decent cop. But I love, like, I like that you can redo it at the end.
I must be cautious.
Okay.
Who exactly? You're important.
I can't
You've been.
believe me.
So we can just, I love that you can just scum it right there.
You're not very.
Yes.
Breaking.
Please.
You're right.
Okay. Wait a minute. That was -10. Why was that
Did you
minus
come
10?
along?
I took.
Yeah.
This is.
There's +15. Okay. Oh, did I do the same thing again? Damn it. Okay. This one gave me +5, right? That
Why
one,
did you come
I know that one gave me
Miss-
+5.
I don't.
Of course you did.
Oh no, that one was +20. Which one? Toying with me, I think, was a +5. No, I did this one. What did you expect? Because I was like,
How did you get this address?
I haven't heard this one
You
yet.
know, my mistress has exceptional connections.
If they were so exceptional, she wouldn't have chosen me.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Detective. You are the head of the famous chicken police. Am I right?
Was it a raccoon with a scarred face called Zip who
Oh,
recommended me?
that's a new
He
thing.
hates me.
No, Mr. Featherland. I don't know anyone like that.
Lucky for you, Deborah.
That was a -10. Okay.
I'm sure it's not intentional, but are you toying with me?
I'm not sure I understand you, Mr. Featherland.
Cut the crap, Deborah. You're a pretty smart girl, and you can't hide that no matter how hard you try. But ever since we've been talking, I couldn't force one single straight answer out of you.
This might be the
I'm
one. This
starting
might
to
be the
think
good
I'm
one.
terrible at what I do.
I'm sorry, Mr. Featherland. You're right. I'll try to be more straightforward next time.
All
I
right.
appreciate that, ma'am.
Oh, that was a -15. I thought that was a good one. Damn it. Okay. So that's a bad one. Toying with me is bad. You know, I haven't seen this one yet.
This is just too risky for me. I can't take the case.
Please think again, Mr. Featherland, and let's discuss it. It's a matter of life and death.
That was terrible. -50 on that one. Damn.
Let's pretend you never found me here, okay?
Do you think she would believe me?
I don't know, and I don't care. But I think you're a great actress.
Not good enough to fool my mistress. She's very much like you, in a way.
Not too much, I hope.
Another -20. Okay. I think that, okay. I've heard this one before. I think that's a negative.
Don't you think this whole thing is a little
I
suspicious?
think this one is.
I have no doubt.
I'll
Yeah.
take
You see, we're starting to...
Now that one was good. Tell me, Deborah. Now this one's the one I fucked up on. If you won't come clean, this is the why should I believe you at
Tell
all
me,
is the good
Deb.
one.
because
Should that...
if you really
Damn. What-
look, I
You have a way with words.
no, not
Smart answer.
Yeah, that's the good one.
Be honest
Okay.
and tell me what you're so afraid of.
you know.
Yeah, this is gonna
Mr.
be restart for
Featherland,
sure.
My
Ibn.
exact. So
To put it my...
Okay. Terrible. Terrible. Bad copper. Okay.
I must be...
All right, so we're gonna do this.
Who exactly?
I
You're important.
can't
You've been...
believe me.
So we're gonna start with this one.
Tell me, which part of the city do you live in?
Start easy.
Calavera
Real
Hills?
easy.
Flowerville, maybe.
Look, I don't want to answer that. I'm here on behalf of my employer and not on personal business.
Fair point, Deborah. Let's try a different approach.
Uh-oh. Oh, no, that was good. Okay. I figured it out. Verdine White, the basis for Earth, Wind, and Fireplace, and Ibanez guitar. Verdine White, white-tailed deer. She's a deer. Nice one, Jeff Goldblum. Okay. So. Here we go.
Why did you have to visit me this particular evening?
I have my reasons. I may look like a silly little fawn, and maybe I am, but I still have common sense.
I don't doubt that for a second, Miss Ibanez.
This day is essential to my mistress, and she thought it's also important to you.
A message in itself, for sure. But to be honest, even you are.
You know what? I'll just take that as a compliment, even if it wasn't meant as such.
Okay. Keep going gently. Now this one was good, right? The middle one? Why did you come visit me, not your employer? ask her about Clawville, that's like... Okay.
Why did you come to visit me? Why not your employer herself?
My employer is Miss Natasha Katsenko.
Okay.
She hasn't been leaving her home lately, only if she really has to.
Right.
How so?
Miss Natasha is afraid. She's scared because of those unwanted messages, and everyone knows who she is.
So she's that kind of woman.
I don't know what you mean.
Of course you do, Deborah. Thank you, but we avoided the point long enough.
Okay.
Deborah's hiding something.
So that was plus 20. All right, now let's focus on that. This one ended up being bad. Going with me is bad. How did you get this address? That was good. And then it led to something even better, right? CD Ramathon is in January, the month of January.
How did you get this address?
You know,
If there was...
don't be so...
Was it a...
No,
Lucky for you?
Nope, that was a minus. Fuck, that was a -1. Okay.
What exactly did you...
I
Oh, that's...
someone
Well, I am...
and
That's no question.
and has a...
Okay.
That was plus 5. Okay. Now, are you in some sort of jam?
Are you in some...
That's a good one.
Then you...
I trust...
Yeah.
To be honest,
That's plus 10. There we go.
Don't you think that...
looks at...
I have no doubt...
I'll take that.
You see, we're starting to...
Now it's plus 15. Tell me, Deborah, why should I believe you at all?
Tell me,
Pretty
Deborah,
sure that's a
Because
good
my
one.
mistress...
should that be...
If you really...
Damn, what can...
Look, I did...
You have a way with...
No, not...
Smart.
There we go. Plus 10. Here we go.
Be
Boom.
honest and tell me
Last
what you're
one.
so
We should
afraid
get
of.
4 or
You
5
know,
stars. We only
Mr.
missed
Sutherland,
one. Only one
my
negative.
mistress's partner is Hobart Wessler. Or
Hobart.
as most people know him.
Ibn Wessler.
Hobart
the
Wessler
Kingpin.
is a rat.
Exactly.
Feathery God.
Is Ibn or Hobart like
So
a
you
rat
get it
name?
now. The secrecy.
To put it mildly, I think I understand it all. Wessler. This little piece of the puzzle changes everything.
All right. 90% accuracy. Boom! I'm a true detective. Bup, 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 bup. All right, we won't do that for all of them. I just wanted to see what, like, I don't know what would happen if I got anything extra or anything from getting a good ranking. Legendary Chicken Police Back Snack. Still a bit weary, but untarnished. Good work. Port clue. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. Right. Okay. All right, so now we have this stuff. The mysterious messenger, Miss Deborah Ibanez's employer, is a certain Miss Natasha Katsenko. The employer, Natasha's current significant other, is the infamous gangster Ibn Wessler. Deborah is afraid she's secretive, or she's just secretive and an outstanding actress. In any case, not everything she told me is true. Pretty sure about that. Her employer currently bolsters the ranks of Ibn Wessler, to put it mildly. This explains the cloud of fear surrounding Miss Ibanez. Natasha Katsenko. She has a remarkably green eyes and she is definitely in trouble. So am I. She's the employer of Miss Deborah Ibanez. Allegedly, she's receiving serious threats. Currently, the girlfriend of the notorious gangster Ibn Wessler explains a lot of things, mainly the excessive secrecy. Hobart Ibn Wessler, good-looking, charismatic, and a clucking gangster. What up, Jables? How you doing, Jables? Good to see you. One of the most well-known gangsters of Clawville. Real estate mogul, bank director, museum owner, distiller, smuggler, and information broker. And that's only half of what I learned about him. He has his dirty little paws everywhere in the city's underworld. Okay. So now...
Legs that go on.
Yeah, I already saw that. Okay.
Why don't you take it to the police? Just go there and file a report. Photos, flashing lights, fingerprints. You know the drill. The evidence is very clear. Even a moderately talented detective could easily wrap this case up. Or just try the phone. 555-111.
Please, take a look at this.
Well, okay. Let's see.
Are you asking me to look at this photograph? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a flyer, right?
I know Molly very well. Please note this when deciding whether or not to accept my assignment. Miss Ibanez is a trusted friend. Treat her as gentleman. N. I know.
No. Okay.
I felt like I'd been hit on the back of my head with a blackjack. Reality tilted. Molly. Good gods. What was her name doing there? I glanced at the opposite wall with the well-worn picture frames. Like an eternally dark hole in the wall. A missing piece. She was wearing a light silk dress and singing a lullaby. The waves caressing her beautiful long legs. Why Molly? Why now?
Mr. Featherland? Santino, are you all right?
What the hell is this supposed to mean?
I love that.
I don't know anything, Mr. Santino. My mistress told me to give this to you. She said you'd understand. Don't you?
Oh, of course I understand, Miss Ibanez. I get it very well. But this case is becoming more and more confusing. It's starting to look like blackmail.
Blackmail?
Don't play innocent with me.
But
All right. When can I visit?
visit me?
Not you.
Yeah.
Miss Katsenko.
Oh, yes. You can find her at the Czar Club.
I started over,
Didn't
Viper.
you tell me she's not the social kind? That she's especially unsociable? Or does she only like loud and crowded clubs?
No, she's really not like that. But she owns the place.
Judging by the flyer, it must be a very busy club, especially on New Year's Eve, right?
I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding Miss Katsenko. But there's one small problem, Mr. Featherland.
Let me guess. Mr. Wessler better not know about my visit.
Exactly. How did you know?
20 years experience, ma'am. Oh, and please, call me Sonny.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sonny.
I'll talk about the rest with Ms. Katsenko in person. A good friend of mine would be happy to take you home if you'd like.
I'd appreciate that, Sonny.
All right, so we got some new clues here. I'll find Natasha at the Tsar Club. Natasha must know my wife Molly from somewhere, or perhaps she has a very good informant. Must find out what the connection is. Louis C. Hayworth. The rabbit, an old friend of mine. He's stuttering. He stutters heavily when he talks. He's the owner of the once reputable Atlas Hotel and a good old friend of mine. At the moment, he's my landlord. It's only the two of us living in this unbelievably enormous hotel. He's crazy about detective stories, and he gladly helps me whenever I ask him. That's his number. Okay. She owns the Tsar Club, right? Okay. Wait. All right. So, she said, I know Molly very well. Okay. So she knows my ex-wife, she's using that, or my wife, and she's using that as leverage. And my buddy is 5559. Yep, 932. Hey, Wasabi with 12 months, 13 months total. Thank you, Wasabi.
Hey,
Welcome
Louis.
back.
Am I bothering you?
No. Of course not, Sonny. Old friend, what's up?
Could you come over? I've got a favor to ask if you're not busy.
For you, anything. Just a minute.
Louis arrived a few minutes later. He lived in the rooms above, so it wasn't difficult getting here. Not to mention that he's a rabbit. It was a quick hop. The Atlas Hotel was his inheritance. It was once a well-renowned place, but not anymore. The last economic crisis ruined it. And now, besides me, he was the only resident of this enormous place.
Yep, that's exactly right, El Santali. What does blabbing mean? It's talking too much, especially to the wrong people, or having a big mouth and not shutting up when you're supposed to. So blabbing doesn't necessarily mean doing it on purpose. Blabbing can mean like you're in a bar with your fucking cohorts or whatever, and you're talking about a job you did really loudly and, you know, for other people to hear. You're blabbing. Thanks, gays. Well, in my experience, the gays do a lot of blabbing, but I know you meant thanks, guys. That worked pretty well. All right. Let's talk to him. Or look at him first, I guess.
The good old rabbit. I can always count on him, even on New Year's Eve. Thanks for being so quick, Louis. Can you drive Miss Ibanez home? I have some things to take care of.
Of course, Sonny. You know, anything for you.
Thank you for being so considerate, Sonny. I appreciate it.
Don't mention it.
Goodbye, then.
So long, Deborah. Before I visit the club, I have to take a detour.
Sorry.
I've got a feeling that this case isn't going to be a one-man job. And there's only one bird in this city I can trust. My ex-partner, Marty. He's going to be at the station. I can only hope he'll be willing to talk to me.
Because that Marty, he sure's
Nice cock.
That's right. Is a cock considered a chicken in English language? Cock is a male chicken. There's cocks and hens. In the Bible, like before the cock crowed 3 times, Peter denounced or denied our Lord Jesus Christ. So yeah, the cock is the one that crows, and that's the male chicken. Like a rooster, yeah. No, there's a lot of
Nice cock.
jokes gonna be said probably during this playthrough.
Could I ask you a few more questions, Deborah?
Feel free, Sonny.
Oh, the new function, ask.
I've already told you more about myself than I wanted to.
Afraid you'll get your hands dirty?
I'm afraid I already did.
Are you saying you got your hands full of cock right now?
Do you think my whereabouts aren't a secret?
Do you think they ever were?
Well, I was hoping.
Clawville is a big city, but not so big that Santino Featherland can hide in it.
Oh, please. Flatter me more. So, Ibn Wessler, eh? You know you could have dropped the bomb a little earlier.
If I started with that, I'm sure you would have thrown me out.
You're right. He's one of the most dangerous gangsters in the city.
I only know he's an influential businessman.
Isn't that the same?
Not even you can see the world as that
Eat the
black
rich.
and white. Sonny, I've already told you what I know. I've never read the message. My job was to give it to you and nothing more.
You really are this innocent, aren't you?
I'm not sure I get what you mean.
Let me give you some advice, sister. Leave the city and get as far as you can from the likes of Ibn Wesler.
It's not so simple, Mr. Featherland. My mistress needs me.
Is she really that important to you? That you drive around in the dead of night to questionable places to deliver messages you know absolutely nothing about?
I would do more than that for her.
I see.
Okay.
You're smooth. Real smooth.
You're a smooth
Thank you,
criminal.
Mr. Featherland.
Sonny, please. Just Sonny. So this Natasha dame.
Look, I'm just the messenger. You have to talk to my mistress about the details. Miss Katsenko was very clear on this matter.
I see. But
Please, Sonny, let's not make this even more uncomfortable.
okay, understood. Let's drop it.
Thank you.
All right. And before you ask, as in Bugsnax, as it is in this game, yes, I'd fuck that deer. As long as it's sentient and can give consent, I'd be down to fuck it.
I can always count on you.
Yeah.
You got anything?
I thought I'd visit
Oh.
a nightclub. It's New Year's Eve, after all.
Well, I didn't mean to hold you up.
I'll ask a favor of you someday.
I owe you a lot of those, don't I?
That's true. I don't deny it.
All right. But would you let it give you a beach? Yeah, have you ever seen a deer at a salt lick? That should be great, I'd imagine. Okay, let's see. Oh, here we go. The Tsar Club. One of the most famous nightclubs in the city. Owners of the juiciest booties and hardest fists frequent the place. And it's famous for not serving cops, except if they're knee-deep in the dirt. The HQ of the department, aka the meat grinder, a huge dark building for shady people, and I don't necessarily mean those who are sitting in the jail. Ibanez and Ibn? I don't know. Think that's a stretch? That might be a stretch, Treatment Joe. You might be trying to find a connection where there is none. Oh, main scene, limited scenes, closed. Okay. So, I only have the one place I can go right now. So, let's go to the Clawville PD. And just like that, we're almost caught up.
It was New Year's Eve, and I was driving, half drunk, risking my whole life's work. But still, it didn't feel any different. Every day was the same. And the 121 days I had left till my retirement seemed like an eternity. When I look out the window of the hotel room I call home, I see the same thing every day. A woman in a red nightgown dances slowly in circles to smooth music. The 9 o'clock show, with a glass of cheap bourbon and the red gown with the silent music. In the meantime, the proud city of Clawville is slowly eating itself alive. And we're still here, with nothing left to lose but our sanity, while others, the smart ones, had already gone. Molly. Does her name really upset me this much? All those years of solitude, and I still jump without question every time I hear it. And then there's Marty, my ex-partner, who hates me. But I know I have to speak with him, no matter what. Why do I feel like the past is watching me on this goddamn night?
Really good, right?
I knew where to find Marty. At the station, we'd always draw straws about holiday duty. Marty never joined in. He always took the New Year's Eve shift, even though he had someone to go home to. I understood. 10 years ago, we survived the night the press called the Bloody New Year. Forgotten by Clawville, but not by us. We both left parts of ourselves behind that night.
Weaverbird, thank you for the 10 months. Thank you for always making me laugh in the midst of the shit show of life. Much love, man. Well, thank you, and much love back at you. This is Phyllis.
Phyllis and Royce.
Right.
Two hedgehogs with an arrogance typical of novice cops. They're as prickly as they look. Officious little shitheads, but harmless.
Well, look at that. Hey, Sonny, what you scratching out over here? I heard the big boss
These
threw you
accents
out.
are probably my
Tough
favorite.
luck, boys. I may not be on duty, but I'm still a cop, just like you. Well, more than you.
Hey, you don't have to be so peckish, old bird. By the way, you're on luck. Blood Boil's not in tonight. Malloy is in charge.
Oh, gods. That clumsy buffalo is here tonight. If he doesn't end up in a cell again, he's lucky.
You got it.
You looking for Marty, eh?
I see you're still the brains around here, Phyllis. Yeah, I'm looking for Marty. Birds of a feather flock together.
I see you're still the funny guy around here. You'll find the giant feather duster at the shooting range. As always.
Hey, Royce, I'm telling you this because maybe you'll be able to understand. If this prickly shithead makes another racist remark, I'll strangle him with his own raincoat.
I'd love to see that.
Hey, whose side are you on, you jerk?
Now, that sounds, I mean, those accents are so good. They're fooling me if they're not real. I would bet that those two accents are real, especially the Scottish. Scottish is really hard to imitate well, but it sounds like a authentic Scottish accent. Armanick, thank you for 75 months. Always love you, man. Well, thank you, Armanick. It's good to see you again. All right, so we look up the people. Roy's, or Phyllis first. Carlton Phyllis, hedgehog. I hate him. A real little ass plug. He's too small of a fish in the ocean to be worth bribing. Mason Roy's, porcupine. I hate him almost as much as I hate his partner Phyllis. It's big and dumb. It resembles my partner Marty a little, except that Roy's doesn't have a kind heart. Poem Cat, thank you for 8 months. Appreciate it. Yeah, every fake Scottish accent sounds like a fantasy dwarf, but this guy's does not. He even puts that little that hard to imitate like T-A-E sound. Like the word is T-O, to. I'm going to the store. But in Scottish, like if you read it like the phonetically, like in Train Spotting, it's pronounced with like T-A, like a tie. Weird. It's weird. It's tough to imitate.
By the way, what's with the raincoats? Couldn't you find an umbrella?
Why? Frank says it'll be rain. And see, it's raining. He's a frog, so he must know.
Yeah, well, I'm a rooster, but I hate getting up early.
Raincoats are just fine, okay. You have a problem with that, Sonny?
No, just, you know, the spikes sticking through and all.
Is something wrong with our spikes, chicken?
Yeah, you know what? Just forget it.
God damn. Chackin'. It's so good. I love it. I think, honestly, of all the accents in all the world, Scottish might be my favorite. Like a true Scottish accent. Not like a, welcome to Hearthstone. Like, not that. A real Scottish is so fun to listen to. Super fun.
every time this poster disappears, good old Blood Boil puts it right back immediately. I tore it down at least 3 times already. Actually, it's a kind of passive-aggressive game for us with the chief.
You're partial to Indian English? Like Kumail Nanjiani? Like that kind of thing, Indian English? Actually, he's Pakistani, isn't he? Sorry, my bad. Similar accent, though, isn't it?
I'm sure it's Blood Boil himself taping back.
Oh, right. So I've torn down this poster a few times.
Back in the day, I used to patrol the city's streets in one of these. I don't miss it, but it used to have its advantages.
Oh, more like Indian British, like Dr. Oh God, on Deep Space Nine. He's the one I always think of. Dr. Shafir? What the fuck's his name? Whatever his name is. What is it? And is it Deep Space Nine? It's Deep Space Nine, right? Bashir, thank you, Dr. Bashir. That's the one I always think of when I think of like British Indian accent. But I don't know if he has like that. I could be like way off. I'm just saying that's what I think of. I could be absolutely insane and be like joining accents together that have nothing to do with each other.
Here we are again, Clawville Police Department. I've never been good at history, but if I'm not mistaken, this place has been a church, a hospital, and even some insane cult's secret hideout over the years. Anyway, the place holds the secrets of the ages, and some drunk pigs in the basement.
Oh, what about the lady from oh, she's such a phenomenal actress. She's in The Expanse. She's like the president or whatever. What is her accent? I love her accent. That is Indian. Okay. Persian, Iranian. Oh, okay. Well, I love the gravel to her voice too. Yeah, whatever it is, it's great. I love it. I love the way she talks. Anyway, moving on. Let's get back to where we were. All right, there's...
Marty drinks this shit. I've never tried it, but I'm pretty sure it's gross and probably toxic. Monica Rosen. Receptionist in theory, but in reality, she's doing literally everything around here. Like the beating heart of the PD. She's too good for this place, even for this city.
Well, yeah, and the reason why I get, like, probably accents super mixed up is because the only accents I'm really exposed to are the ones on television and video games. Or I used to be exposed to were the ones on television and video games. And a lot of times those are way the fuck off. And not actually, like, they're just caricatures of a real accent. So, forgive me. Like, not only am I American, but I'm from Montana, which is not, like, you know, a cultural melting pot, so to speak.
Hey, Monica.
Hey, Boss Bird. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be celebrating somewhere?
Every day's a holiday since I got out of here.
I can tell. But what are you doing here? Are you here for a file? You know, I'm a little busy right now.
Yeah, you could look after a few things for me, but first I'd like to talk to Mr. Big Beak McChicken himself. Those two prickly assholes told me he's emptying the magazines in the hole.
Like always. And if he carries on like that, he's gonna use up all our ammo. So it would be nice if you drag him out of there. You know how this day is for him.
For him?
You know I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so just sign here and you're good to go.
Thank you, darling.
Don't mention it, Boss Bird.
Cyanic, thank you for the tier 1. Welcome.
Hail Berserker!
To be honest, Farsi, Arabic, and Indian speaking English would sound similar. There's definitely similarities to Middle Eastern languages speaking English. Well, I can ask her about stuff.
What do you know about the Czar Club?
Nothing special. I've never been there. It's a famous place, though. Expensive cigars, unaffordable drinks, pretty gals. All the movie stars and politicians go there at least once a week.
And all the big shot mobsters, too, I've heard.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Still living in the Atlas?
If something works, why change it, right?
Well, if you like it there.
Listen, Monica, you could, come by sometime, for a drink, or two, you know?
I didn't hear that, and you didn't say that.
Oh, come on!
Okay, got it. Sorry.
Anything else, Boss Bird?
Can I just wet my beak a little, baby? Come on. You don't want to see my pecker? Oh, I'm fire. I'm on fucking fire.
Do we have a file on Hobart, Ibn, Wessler?
Are you kidding me? We have a whole room just for him. Want the key? You can spend the remaining days of your paid holiday in there.
No thanks. Never mind. You're a bit sassy today, aren't you?
I'm sorry, Sonny, but I'm starting to shed my feathers because of this insane asylum. You know, New Year's Eve and Blood Boil's not here when he should be.
Somehow I'm not sorry about that.
Yeah, I bet you're not, Boss Bird. Natasha Katzenko. Interesting name. Is it real or just an alias?
It's supposed to be real, but who knows? Good question.
We have nothing on her. She's either clean or uses a fake name. Maybe both, but I don't think so. Aside from that, everyone knows what I know about her. Singer, star, the #1 babe in this town, so to speak.
Thanks, little bird. It's something.
Glad I could help.
Thank you. All right. You know, that's actually a good question to ask the Chad. Hey, Chad. Whose IRL speaking voice surprised you the most? Like, for example, Hugh Laurie, who I only knew, or I first saw in-house, did not know, like, his extensive background in, like, doing comedy and sketch. Like, I did not know that he was British. And that was pretty surprising. Is there another one that really surprised you? Have you heard Gilbert Gottfried in IRL? What? I thought I had, but maybe I haven't, I guess. I don't know, like, his on-stage voice is very crass and loud, or on-camera voice is like that, but, like, I thought I'd seen him in, like, a candid interview before. Idris Elba was a big one. That's a good one, too, yeah. Yeah. Adele. Adele's a good one, yeah. Michael Jackson, that's a good one, Treatment Joe, absolutely. Hugh, Wolverine. Wolverine fucked me up for a minute because I had never heard of him before Wolverine. Hugh Jackman. And then he comes up and he's this fucking Australian guy. I was like, what the shit? All he does is like, bub, and like, yeah, you're gonna blah. And then he comes out, he's this fucking Australian guy. I'm like, and he's into musicals? Like, wow. Could you get any further away from Wolverine?
Mort Mardigan, a notorious deadbeat. Poor guy's been blind since his teenage years. But that doesn't stop him from running into trouble. What the cluck did he do this time? Mort, you scabbiest beast. What the hell did you do?
I love Mort, dude.
Morty to you, sonny boy.
I love him.
Everything's fine. There was just a bit of trouble in the bar, and someone got knocked on the head with a glass. It wasn't my fault. I'm as blind as a bat, am I right?
Did that ever bother you, Morty?
Listen, sonny boy. Go tell them to leave me alone, eh? It's New Year's Eve, after all, and I didn't even do anything wrong. Not that wrong.
Where's your little lapdog to get you out of this mess? Is that little pimp of a midget still sniffing around you?
Jeffy is a good boy, Sonny. And he's good to me, believe me.
Oh, God, spare me the details. When will you finally realize that little shit's been using you?
Oh, of course he's using me. What could a pretty boy like him want from this old monster, eh? Still, Sonny, I have no one else. You understand that, don't you?
Even you deserve better, pal. By the way, you look horrible, even for yourself. Are you feeling okay?
Well, I'm not what I used to be. But neither are you, judging from your voice. But I'm seeing a doctor, sonny boy. I really am. Are you?
Don't need to, Mort. I'm fine. Anyway, if Bubo prescribed you something,
I called this.
don't
Bubo's
even
an
think
owl.
about taking it.
I don't talk to that insane owl.
Because of the
Damn
Clash of the
right.
Titans.
Please, say something on my behalf, okay? I really don't have time for this detective buffalo shit.
Hey, careful with that. Buffalo Malloy is the chief today.
Like I care.
I'll try to speak for you, but keep it down till then, okay? You don't need this shit, and I don't need it either.
Sonny boy, you've always been a good friend.
More like a clucking pigeon.
Love it. Peach Fuzz #1. Thank you for 28 months. She blinded me with violence. 3 years.
Get the bed on my hole.
3 years, baby. Thank you very much. And Cyborg Dragons with 70 months. Son of a bitch, it's been a long time.
Detective Chow Hound Bosco. He thinks he's a real alpha, but nah, he's just a lapdog.
Buo's Latin for owl? No, it is not. You liar.
Holy wild ones, look what the cat dragged in.
Hello to you too, Bosco. I see you're busy as always.
I've been sniffing around one of the rundown joints. You know how it goes. And boom, this son of a lizard comes flying out the window. I didn't know that lizards could fly. So, Mort was being a bad boy again. Nothing unusual. And you? Still dying?
I didn't notice the first time I played this. The fur. I didn't notice the fur coming out of the sleeves. I didn't notice that last time. That's pretty cool.
I'm still a cop for another 121 days, Bosco. It's as unpleasant to me as it is to you.
All right. No need to bite. I wasn't trying to mess with you. You have Moses and Plato for that. And of course, Blood Boil.
Let's hope I won't run into any of them tonight.
Looking for Marty, eh? Ever since you left, he's kinda lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's not the same bird.
Well, I don't think we'll have a teary reunion, thinking about how we parted.
Let me give you some advice, Sonny. Let him rage. He'll be the same after that. Anyway, he was the one that shot you, right? You should be mad, not him.
It's not that simple, Bosco, but we'll see how he reacts. Thanks anyway.
No worries, pal.
Officer Jardine.
Officer Jardine. They say she's clever, smart, and dangerous. We need more of her kind in here. One of Blood Boyle's favorites. Mainly because he's a dog, of course.
Officer Barkman is a boxer, and that's like a cougar, I'm thinking. Also, when they took a picture of that cougar, it was in like broad daylight, you can see. Oh yeah, you can see the scales coming out of the sleeves of Mort there.
Honor, strength, unity. For the love of the wild gods, I'm gonna be sick.
Jaguar? No, there's me. We have some candy bars. No, sir, just you and whoever else is living in the house. Okay, there's me. There's my wife. She's part of the act. She's a bobcat. So, sir, you live here with your wife, who is a bobcat, and you're a street performer 40 hours a week. Hey, when you say it like that, my life sounds pretty damn good. Sorry, I fucking love that sketch. It's Christopher Walken, Tim Meadows. It's the Census Bureau or census taker sketch. And it's just really, the dialogue is really good. And the delivery of both of those guys is very well done. All right.
We used one of these as target practice once. Not out of disrespect. We were just too damn drunk.
SNL, yeah. There's the city's crest. We got birds, sheep, looks like a fox, and a lion, maybe.
All it takes is one look, and my comb starts to tingle, which never means anything good.
My comb. All right, is there ask? No, I can't ask for that. No ask you. Okay. All right. Time to get caught up where we were.
This is gonna be a hard ride. Last time we saw each other, he had a smoking gun in his hand, and I was bleeding. I don't know how we can get past that, but it's worth a try.
No, it's not the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like J-A-G W-A-H-R. Jaguar.
Long thighs and a big gun. That's Marty's idea of a perfect woman. Can't blame him for it.
Hey, you. If you let the ammunition box open again, I'll kick your clucking ass from Marty. Keep your gun clean, Mr. Lawman. All right, so we can look at Marty's guns, which I love. It has names. This is Big Bertha.
Her Majesty Big Bertha. Or rather, Big Bertha 2, because there was one before her, a sawed-off little broad, but we lost her in a swamp. Marty cried for a week. But once he saw this giant lady here, the balance of the universe was restored. I believe this piece is forbidden. Cops can't use it, but this is Marty's personal collection, so it doesn't matter. At least nobody has ever complained.
So we got Big Bertha, Linda, Claudia.
Claudia. Tiny, dark, and angry, and hits you where it hurts the most.
And Susie, of course.
I know her well. Marty calls her Susie, and I have to say, this little she-devil pulled us out of many tough situations over the years.
There's the drum for the Thompson.
I was just about to go when you came in, so if you want shooting practice, maybe turn on the lights first.
You're right. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Sounds good. What happens if I try it again?
I was just about to go.
Okay. You're right.
All right. Now this is... Get a hint. Oh. Aim your gun at enemies. Avoid shooting on. Simple as that. Shoot enemy, increase points. Yep. It's all up to you. Choose wisely. Fire away. Just need to reload your gun. Yep. Yep. Okay. That elephant was just minding his own business. Oh no! I needed 10,000. I just need 10,000. It doesn't fire exactly like you want it to. There's something with frame rate or something. God damn it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, I already had it from last time, I guess. I must have already had it. Oh. Well, that was dumb. Sakova1, thank you for the, or for popping in. Hello. Sorry, I thought you resub, but no, that was Hi Blank, I'm Dad. With 27 months, everyone keeps telling me to cock-a-doodle-doo. Well, kid, here. In this town, if you're smart, you're cock-a-doodle-don't. Indeed. Now you really super have it. Right, okay. So, we met some more people out there. We met... Well, it was Marty. Marty McChicken. Unusual height and weight for a fowl. Shining white feathers. He shot me once, and I deserved it. Boscarelli Chowhound Nadas. They say he's able to devour anything that crosses his path. That's why he got the nickname Chowhound. Detective Boscarelli, alias Bosco. He works in the predatory division, as do I. Or, as I used to be more precise. Monica Rosen, hummingbird. She can watch over thousands of things at once. She is an angel. The soul and heart of the police department. She's a hummingbird in theory, but many say she's a real angel who fell from the sky. When I used to come to the station daily, her presence was the sugar in my bitter morning coffee. Mort Mardigan, Komodo dragon. He's old and blind and unrepairable wreck. A light-fingered bastard. He's blind as a bat, but also one of the biggest scoundrels the city's ever seen. He could have been a good guy, but got lost somewhere halfway, and now he's too old to save himself. There was some fight in a club where Mort was at. What a surprise. He's an old friend, so I can put in a good word for him. Lucius Wilford Bloodboil, dog. The chief is a real legend. He also hates me. Dr. Reginald B. Bubo, eagle owl. Morphinist, neurotic, old, and ugly, but he's an old friend from the golden days of the chicken police. Zip H. Murphy, raccoon. An old enemy who became a good friend over the years. Okay. All right. Before we talk to this guy, let's take a break. It is about break time.